Regarding the etiology of antisocial personality disorder, earlier studies were conducted by Lange in 1931 and by Rozanoff in 1934, but they studied criminal offenses. They studied the role of genetic factors in criminal offenses, but their relevance is uncertain here because in the context of antisocial personality disorder, because at one hand criminal offenses are associated with antisocial personality disorder and with conduct disorder, because these people with antisocial personality and conduct disorder, they are more likely to commit offenses, criminal offenses. But at the other hand, this criminal offense, no matter how closely it is associated with antisocial personality disorder, it is not antisocial personality disorder. There are other reasons that people would commit criminal offenses. So, and they have conducted these studies earlier, but their relevance is uncertain here. But more recent studies, for example, one by license in 1995, showed that antisocial personality disorder in fact has a factor of heritability. It is heritable, at least partly, and this heritability, it's more prominent in adults than in children, in whom shared environmental factors contribute more to their antisocial behavior. So adults with antisocial behavior, they are more likely to have genetic factors contributing to their condition than children. The other studies, they were conducted in 1978 by Carteret, who did adoptee studies and showed that biological parents who had the antisocial personality disorder, when their children were separated from them in childhood, so they were more likely to develop antisocial personality disorder, even though they were now separated. So they were adopted and they were living in another family, but they were still more likely to develop antisocial personality disorder. So that separates the role of the environmental factors from the genetic factors, and that the antisocial personality disorder was more likely in men than in women. But he also found that in women, the hysteria, which is equivalent to the current borderline personality disorder, this diagnosis was more likely. And so he concluded that this this borderline personality disorder is the expression of the same condition that in men leads to antisocial personality disorder. There is also some role for a gene known as the MAOA gene, or monoamine oxidase A gene. There is a common variant of this gene with low activity, and it is associated with antisocial personality, antisocial behaviors in men, adult men, and especially if they have early experiences of adversity. So that also indicates the role of the gene environment interaction. Some Sweden data, studies on the Sweden data has also shown genetic factors contributing to sexual offending, and which is again somewhat uncertain condition, because even though sexual offending like criminal offense is more likely to have been committed by the people who are suffering from antisocial personality disorder, it's not exactly the same.